You'll get to see us dig our second silver. Let's get digging.
All right, let's see what this is. Wait to see it, It's a button. It's a button. It's copper. It's green. There's the front. It's dome, I guess. So you see the shank right there?
Nice.
Thought it was a coin for a split second there. I saw the edge of it, but it is a button. Woo! I'm telling you, it's so small. It's just... Dad. Oh my goodness. But let me tell you, it's broken apart so bad. I don't know if we're gonna be able to see anything on this. Like, look at that. I'm gonna take the shovel out.
Humongous buckle.
Maybe not a buckle, who knows? We just saw it in the bottom, and we found one similar to this before, but we have no idea what it is. We found one, it wasn't the same thing, but kind of similar. What kind of metal it is. It's not iron. So, we just found this. At first it looks like a coin, but I don't think it's a coin. Maybe a piece of jewelry. It has an R and it has VII, and something up, and there's a crown above the R. And then on the other side it's got words. It says Dansk Skill. A bunch of Danish words. Can't read Danish. But anyway, it's super thin. You know one thing I'm tired of? Iron. That whole top row is iron. Okay, so let's start with the iron. Iron. So we got, I don't know, maybe a buckle or something, a square. Random iron. This actually it's threaded on the inside, so that's pretty cool. It's got grooves in it and everything. You see those in there. That's pretty, actually it's kind of neat. This is the largest and heaviest piece of iron we found today. I mean, look, it's so heavy. It's probably 10 pounds, at least. Some dirt out of there. All right, see, look at that. I mean, it's crazy. Near the sugarcane mill or the whatever mill, paper mill, whatever it was. This is a piece of aluminum. All right, this is a big iron strap here. Gardening hoe. This is the second one of these we found. It's a sugarcane harvester. Isn't that cool? Probably a little bit smaller than the other one we found. Still very cool. Various nails and sorts here. This is the largest nail we found by far. I mean, look at how thick that is. It's a big nail right there. Then, a hollow piece of copper. It's pretty big too, actually. Oh, that was an interesting find. Can. And the reason we got more modern stuff today, the aluminum, is because we weren't too deep into the woods. We went actually just like at the entrance, basically. So we weren't that far in, so we found some modern stuff too. This right here is a thin piece of lead. Now we get to the good stuff. We only have a few pieces of chain today. 1, 2, 3. This one's actually quite beautiful. It's blue. Look at that. Alrighty. And then we have this, just a little tiny piece of copper here. This is very interesting. I think it's either lead or copper. I don't really know. But it looked like it would have harnessed onto something, like fastened into it somehow. And it's broken, as you can see right there. So it probably would have fastened into something and been hooked on, maybe and moved like this. Who knows? Then down here, this is an interesting find. The only reason I put it down there with the interesting ones is because all the copper we find is very thin, or very, you know, it's not very good. Like none of the copper we find is actually thick. But this is by far the thickest and heaviest piece of copper I've ever found. It is very thick. All right, down here, I think this is probably iron, but it's a very weird shape. Probably actually copper. I don't know. Very weird shape. And the inside is hollow. It's got this white stuff in it, so who knows? Another 2 pieces of chain here, white. Now we get to the good stuff. So you may be wondering, 2 coins? 2 coins? No. A button and a possible coin. So it's a button. This is one of the first good things I pulled out of the ground. See down there, you can see where the shank was. We'll get that cleaned up and hopefully get a video to you about that one. And then down here, a possible coin. As you can see, we found it just before it just got destroyed away. And so actually it has the letters GJ right in the middle, right around that little hole. You can see them actually, GJ. And then right above the hole, I think I see an I. That's pretty cool, actually. It's extremely thin. I mean, paper thin. I could just destroy it right here. I could crumple it up. It's super thin. Copper. That's a very cool find. GJ, probably with an I. And we tried to look it up, but we can't find anything. So, very interesting hunt. Too much iron, but hey. So, until next time. Alrighty, so we went for about 3 hours today, so we have a lot of it. We got some very interesting stuff. And you may be asking, why so many gardening hose? Trust me, I'm asking the same question. This is a very small one. This is normal sized. This is just the circle part. This is just a piece of iron. I don't know, just got a square in it. Another piece of iron. This is a big piece of lead. We've got a bunch of nails and random iron pieces there. And we got this gardening hoe, this gardening hoe, and this gardening hoe. They're all pretty normal, I guess. Some of them are different shapes and sizes, but... Alright, now we get over here. So we got this piece. We found one kind of similar to this, but we've never been able to figure out what it is. So we just really, I don't know. Just tough to figure it out. Then right here, this looks like the handle to a spoon, does it not? And so yeah. Then that's obviously part to a spoon right there. And yes, we found a die walking out there. It's modern, obviously. Let's go over here. So we got a big piece of pottery here. See how it's orange on the inside? Everything's been broken. We got another piece of pottery here. Same color orange. This is a very interesting piece of pottery. And for some reason, this black glaze on this side gives off a metallic reading. And we really don't know why. But every time we come across a piece of pottery, this glaze, it gives off a little reading of some kind. It just makes a beep. And then we got 2 pipe stems. This may be, well, I found them in the same hole, so I'm guessing they're the same kind, but it's just clay. You can see where the hole used to be, like a smoking pipe. And so then over here, we have, this is a piece of copper. This is a piece of lead. And this, we really don't know. It's very old. I don't know. It's nothing much to say about it. Actually, we had a pretty good day. We didn't find so much trash, except for those nails, pretty much. But so then we got this piece of lead. It's just really thin. I could bend it so easy. This is the handle to a spoon or whatever. This kind of seems like I don't know, a piece of pottery. Then we got this is, I don't know what this is actually. It wasn't giving off metallic reading. I just pulled it out with these 2 stems. So who knows? All right, now we get to the good stuff. So this is all of our chainy. It's just really old pottery. We got this piece. This piece was really cool. It's got green and orange stuff. And I leave a lot of it out in the forest because it's white, and we don't really care about white pieces because they're just, well, white. So we only really bring the colored pieces. You see there's a few white pieces, but we just bring them. So you may be wondering, what is this little round thing? So as you can see, it's got an R, fancy R, and there's a crown right above the R. And then at the bottom it has VII. Then on the other side, it's got a bunch of words. And this, it says dansk skilling, which means Danish shilling. So it is a Danish coin, and it is extremely thin. And let's see if I can get it to zoom this time. Look at the bottom there. Do you see that date? 1804. That's right, folks. 216-year-old coin right there. Look at that. And guess what? It's silver, not copper. So, woohoo! 1804. That is what I'm talking about. The find of a lifetime. Alright, I think that's all for today. Till next time.